Yeah, I think for me it's just more taking the open shot rather than, I think I make them, here and there as well. But I think just taking the open shot rather than, trying to get in the paint, as much as I do.
Tyler, how about just you got that opportunity and you made a lot of it there at the end? How's that bolster your confidence fitting in once next training camp starts?
Yeah, I mean, just being out there, getting the experience, knowing what I could do, kind of figuring out my game, I think just the confidence to kind of take more of a leadership role with the second group like I did the second half of the season. And then, going into training camp, trying to, just continue that and just continue taking steps forward.
When you think the trade, you and Miles both made big contributions here. Does that make you feel good? Obviously, Michael was playing more earlier on, but then you guys got your chances and made the most of it.
Yeah, definitely. I think it was big, for me and Miles. We 2 years together. I think it big because at the start of the year, both of us weren't really playing too much, so we kind of just stuck with it. Practice, we kind of continued to build our chemistry, and then it just so happened we played a whole lot of minutes at second half of the season. Yeah, so it helped. We stuck with it. And it showed in the games, how we were able to connect, on a couple lobs and just different things.
How comfortable are you now with the defensive scheme? You obviously came after the All-Star break last year, now a full year in it, and that was kind of the struggle this year was defense. How do you feel in the scheme now?
No, I feel very comfortable. I think last year was tough coming in, not to make excuses, but as a rookie, kind of learning, definitely a complicated defensive scheme coming from where I was. But I think it's just being sitting out with my shoulder injury at the start of the year really helped me, sit on the sidelines and kind of figure it out. So when I came back, I kind of knew it inside out. So I think just, being able to talk, help the younger guys next year and help everybody basically, as a point guard.
Much different than Phoenix's scheme, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when I got here, I was something, I never knew it was that complex, when we played against the Bucks, but it makes sense. I mean, we use our length, use our speed. Exactly. So I think it makes it a lot easier, to switch. And for me as a point guard, yeah, if I, end up switching onto a bigger guy, it helps me out.
You would say that this is considerably more complex than the other NBA defense you were
I mean, I was only on one other team.
Yeah.
So yeah. So from Phoenix coming from Phoenix, I think it's definitely, more complex and it's, a little bit more you got to learn, rather than just kind of, guard your man and the basic help system. I think it kind of, helps guys out, earlier, so it's not like you're on an island with, a superstar player. You definitely have 4 other guys that are helping you.
Speaking of a difficult situation, you're not always out there with Giannis, but how is that for a point guard to have him be kind of a point guard and going forward? How do you look at that?
I think it, the second half of the season it helped a lot with Giannis playing more point, and then with me coming off the bench, I think it helped him, as well, not having to, carry the load, having a guy hound him, every time he brings the ball up the floor. So I think we kind of built a chemistry of, if I get the ball, he's gonna run, and if he gets the ball, I'm gonna run. So I think we both kind of, trusted each other with the ball, and we knew, once we got the ball, got the rebound, we were gonna make the right play. So I think me and him kind of, build a little bit of chemistry, and I enjoyed playing with him.
It seems like you have no issue with that going forward.
No, I mean, I've always, I'm a pass first guy, but I've always enjoyed playing with other guards just because it not only makes it easier for me, but it opens up the court. Having another playmaker. So the times I got to play with Gravis was great. Bayless, I played with him a little bit. I played with him last year a lot, and that was great as well. So I think playing with other guards that make plays makes it easier for the team and makes it better for the team, but also opens up my driving lanes and my open shots as well.
Tyler, obviously the team took a step back in wins, not making the playoffs, but do you see what this team can be?
Yeah, I think we showed definitely a couple games this year. When we were all playing together, playing the right way. I think we definitely showed that we could play with anybody in the league from the Warriors to all the other top tier teams. So I think we just have to kind of put it together and be more consistent. Doing that on a nightly basis. And I think we lost some games we should have won, but I think with injuries and just a lot of in and out of the lineups for guys kind of made us struggle a little bit.
You played with Bayless, Vasquez, and then of course OJ as well. You were here last year with them, learning from them. And then this year you kind of took a expanded role with them being hurt most of the time. I guess, with all of them being free agents and possibly not being back next season and looking at you might having a bigger role, what do you take from them the most as, you might prepare to have a bigger role next season for the second year?
Yeah, those veteran guys, taught us a lot. They were really vocal with us. The younger guys, and definitely, honest when we made mistakes, but definitely honest when we did well as well. And Bayless, I took a lot of just how hard he works. Him coming back as an older guy, coming back at night and shooting every night is big for me to see. And the way he takes care of his body as well. Something that I'm gonna kind of take from him. Hopefully we get them all back, and if not, just continue what I did the second half of the season. Just come in, be aggressive, and whoever's out there, whoever coach puts me out there with, I'm more than happy to play with.
You mentioned the national team. How much would that mean to you to make a national team or be at the Olympics?
Yeah, I think I think we take a lot of pride just playing for Canada. So if we're able to get to the Olympics, I think we're gonna have a good enough team to beat some good countries. But we got to take care of business in Philippines first, and hopefully we get there.
You got to win that tournament, right?
Yeah.
That's a tough task.
Yeah,
Even with Wiggins and you and Tristan.
Yeah, I think we got a good team. We got a lot of players, but we got to go through, I think, France and Turkey and Philippines. So I think it'll be tough. But they're right there last summer. One win away from qualifying. So I think we have the talent to do it. We just got to put it together.
What a neat experience, seeing these countries, the Philippines. Is it lost on you, maybe, or do you appreciate it even in your business?
I've been playing for Canada for a couple years, since I was younger. So I kind of took it for granted. More took it as like a basketball tournament. But looking back, I was able to go to Paris. I was able to go to Brazil, Czech Republic. So it was just looking back, I kind of enjoyed those. So now it's more of a treat to go overseas and play than it was back then.
There's a lot of pride in Canada's basketball now, too, isn't it? You guys have brought it up to where, people are recognizing the talent that you guys have.
Yeah, exactly. I think I think we have 10 or 11 NBA guys who are able to play. A couple guys are in the draft this year. I don't know if they'll play, but I think it's just we definitely take pride in it. If we're able to all get on the same floor, in the same training camps, I think we're all going to get better. But also be able to play for Canada is something not everyone's able to do.
Steve Nash has obviously been a part of Canada basketball. So as a point guard, is there some hope that maybe you'll get some time with Steve?
Yeah, definitely. He's done a good job of just kind of being a mentor to all of us. Giving us his number, telling us to reach out whenever he wants. Good games, bad games, he hits me up, hits everyone up. So I think being able to be around Coach Kidd and Nash is something not a lot of point guards are able to do. So I'm just kind of soaking it all in.
He's just like call anytime if you got a question.
Yeah. I mean, it's more of a kind of a friendly relationship, and you kind of forget that he's not playing anymore. So it's I think just I'm gonna be in the gym with him, with the Team Canada stuff, and then I'm in the gym with Coach Kidd. So I'm just at this point just learning a whole lot of just the game of basketball from the point guard position.
After the All-Star break, you got to play with Giannis, with Jabari, with Miles, and such a big part of their effectiveness is lobs and being able to throw it up there. So as a point guard, does it make it easier for you that you have a whole nother kind of dimension of the floor to use?
Yeah, I was lucky enough at Syracuse to play with a lot of athletic guys, so that's where I kind of learned it. But I think attribute to practice. In practice I got a lot of reps with those guys, so I kind of knew what they did and learned their game. So when I did get on the floor, it wasn't too much of an adjustment, just knowing where they're going to be. So I think me and Miles hooked up for probably the most lobs, but just having Giannis and Jabari run on the wings is just have options. You can just basically throw it at the rim and they'll go get it.